Good Velociraptor. So beautiful. Oh, Liz Cheney, so beautiful. Ah! She bit me.
She will bite you.
She is too bitey.
She's bitey.
She's bitey, but we like it. Yeah, can I just say, other people are good, but man, she just shivs a bitch, doesn't she?
She knows how to do it.
Oh my
And you know
God.
what? She smiles when she does it, and you don't feel the knife going in.
You don't see it.
That's ninja-like.
Can I just say, I'll get into it later, I am glad Donald Trump at least is having a way worse week than I am.
Oh,
because I am having a bad week. I need some
Why?
indictments.
What's
Stat.
going on? Oh.
I'll tell.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
I go.
Aren't there... You know when there's plagues and when one's over, does it portend the start of another one? Like, I feel like locusts. There might be locusts upstairs. I feel like the apocalypse is over, but now it's portending something.
What happened now?
I'll get into it. Let's get into the exciting things first. And that is, she went right to it, though, right? It's the hypocrisy of these Fox hosts, right? That they were on.
Yeah.
This is what I couldn't remember until, I'm sure you saw the clips people were playing last night of them, and they knew. Right? The day of and the day after, they were begging him to stop this, knowing these were Trump people and only Trump could stop it. They're on air saying, I've heard it's Antifa. There's some reporting.
Yeah.
Right? And other bull that they know is bull.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is so exposed to them. And you were saying, I can't. Are you kidding? On top of the week I'm having, I couldn't watch Fox last night, but you were saying
even
the
last
defenses
night,
were weak.
She went on. She's like, I sent this text message I sent by, but then she turns around the next sentence and says it wasn't an insurrection on January 6th.
Oh God.
She literally said that last night. It's like, what do you mean it wasn't an insurrection? We all watched it.
This is what I mean. They have no shame. You can't shame them. You can't they're immune to charges of hypocrisy, right? They know they're a giant. Right.
She also said Liz Cheney.
Yes.
She also said that Liz Cheney was largely irrelevant with no real constituency.
Oh, I see. By the way, Scott McFarland said, Representative Liz Cheney on the House floor tonight, how we address January 6th is the moral test of our generation. Mm-hmm. And that is true. So Mark Meadows obviously been found in contempt. Hooray. Vote was last night. Only Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger, the only two Republicans. They are just a disgrace. This entire party. Traitors. Yeah. They really are. And so Harry Littman, let me just read the things that made me happy before I get to my disaster of a week.
Oh, no.
He says the last 24 hours of the debate have really changed the calculus. Before, the likelihood of a DOJ investigation of Trump seems small, but the committee is putting his behavior front and center now with Meadows and is telegraphing the possibility of a criminal referral to DOJ. These are not the stuff of liberal pipe dreams anymore. No. Everybody is saying this. That's what Liz Cheney laid out, the actual code yesterday. Remember we talked about that?
Yeah.
And this is what, and I know when I say we, I mean me, the Verug assaults of justice have been a little impatient and whiny. But they really...
Daddy, I want it now!
They're serving this up on a platter, and this is where the we the people come in, right? It's public pressure. It's what they serve up. We just have to put overwhelming pressure on the DOJ that there's just no way they can't prosecute this. Yeah. I mean, more of these texts. Every one is more damning than the last one.
I know.
Did you see some of these texts about just send a different slate of electors before they were even counted?
The election was decided in the states.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, this exposes the entire Republican Party for the cheaters and traitors they are, and it's. I think they all just think they can brazen their way through it like Trump. But I mean, his appointed judge just ruled he's got to turn his taxes over. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, he's having a bad week. I mean, that is the only thing saving my week.
Is he the one having a worse week than you?
Yes. Brett at our friends at Midas Touch said it's hard to see how this all doesn't end with Trump indictments. Right. So better people than me are saying this. Mueller, she wrote, our dear friend, our co-superhero.
That's right.
In podcasting superstations.
Super
said,
duper station.
Yes. She said the fact that Meadows received many of these texts on his personal cell phone. I remember that was a big deal about the personal. Wasn't there something
about
personal
somebody
email?
Do
you remember?
The Secretary of State?
Was there
maybe?
something?
Yeah.
I don't. And
a Gmail account?
And concealed them from the National Archives poses a serious legal threat to him, as it's a clear violation of the Presidential Records Act. And of course, Rob Reiner, who speaks for all of us, said, known, Donald Trump committed a federal crime. He attempted to overthrow the U.S. government. He had many accomplices. Some were members of Congress. It's time to save our democracy. It is time for indictments. Everybody says we're on vacation the next 2 weeks. You know that's when all this
You know it.
is going to come down.
Yeah.
Christmas presents.
This is what we do for America. Every year we take a 2-week vacation at Christmas and New Year's, and that is when the democracy will be saved. The republic shall stand because of us.
Fingers crossed.
Really?
It's my wish board.
We take a vacation.
Your vision board?
It's my vision board.
Okay.
Is there glitter on it?
Yes, I put glitter and macaroni on my vision board.
It's totally going to come true then.
Can I have some wacky comedy music? Would you like to hear my? You know what? So it's a. Okay. Maybe I'm an awful person in this life, or maybe I was an awful person in the last life and this life, Travis. I don't know. However.
Oh, no. What happened?
All right, but I'm also going to put it in perspective. Why I should not be a whiny little bitch.
What happened?
Well, I believe, Chris, it started at Thanksgiving. I went to see my almost 99-year-old mom with Alzheimer's in North Carolina.
Yes.
Right.
Who is my soulmate.
Yes.
Okay. And then while the house sitter was here, she smelled gas, so gas company shut the gas off. The whole house. Turns out I have a gas leak. Now, I don't have kids, nor have I had to send them to college, but whatever that gas leak repair was, I think it's about what it's sending a kid to college. I had to have gas line replaced in most of my yard, and that was okay. So that's when I discovered the ice maker wasn't working.
Right.
When I got home, and then realized that I had rats that had chewed through the water line. So then I had the refrigerator repair. Which also, not college, maybe that was like community college.
Sure.
The refrigerator repair. Yeah.
One semester.
Yeah.
Books.
Thank God I didn't. Thank God I'm too unpleasant to have anyone wanted to procreate with me. So that was, and then that's where we found the Rat Lincoln Tunnel behind the refrigerator, which is how they were getting in. And I had the dog food buffet out every night because I didn't know there were. Okay. So then, as you recall, a week ago, we plugged the hole. Handyman came and plugged the hole. Yeah. And then we had Radica. So that's gone on for a week.
Your house was littered with rat carcasses.
Yes, and rat poop, which has been pleasant. That went on for a week. We caught, remember, 4 in one night, and then the night before last, I think we caught the last one. Although there's a punchline to this story, as there always is in my life.
Oh,
so
dear.
I think we caught the last one the night before.
You think?
Okay. Then my handyman, who's a super good guy, my electrician handyman, who's been plugging the holes and it's given like 20 hours last week, helping me. Thank God, because you show ponies are of no help whatsoever.
That's upstairs problems.
Yeah. Yeah, we're downstairs.
We are downstairs.
That's first world problems up there.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
We're third world down here.
Yeah.
So my front door lock wasn't working, but he ended up, unfortunately, breaking that. And so then I had to hire a locksmith that cost more than the handyman cost me last week to fix the lock. However, I would like to give a shout out to West Coast Locksmith, who cut me a break because I spoke Hebrew to them. I said, and then they gave me and they did a fantastic job fixing my front door.
That's the only phrase in Hebrew that you know.
But here's the good. So my handyman's a really good guy. Was like, I feel so bad. I'm going to give you the whole week, and I'm like, you're not working the whole week free before Christmas. I'm paying you for your 20 hours. The door was screwed up before you got to it. Don't. Okay, so in the middle of my apocalypse, you have to be right. Try to be a good person. What else? Okay. Now it rained yesterday. So what does that mean?
Leaks.
Yes, because I'm the old lady that lives in a colander.
You do.
So handyman plugged that leak over there on that wall right there. So that's holding. That's the good news. Although there's a large lake out there that also needs further repair. But now I have 3 new leaks in the house. One of them is over there. Yes, it was on the tile.
Okay, so
see,
that's
I'm looking for any silver linings this week.
That's a good thing.
He had a rumble, tumble, something. Ugh. Anyway, so I had to go take him out because he had more to do, and I didn't know. He woke me up, and I was like, wow, what is that? Oh, my God. And so outside, blah, blah, blah. So then this morning when I came down, what I realized is I had left the door ajar because I was so tired. And so now maybe rat apocalypse has started all over again. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because the door, I hadn't quite shut it because I was fainting from the smell. And also I was in the middle of the night and anyway. So that's been my week. I don't know what that wall is going to have to be during vacation, Chris. That whole wall is going to have to be repaired. That's going to be like another college semester at least. And then the 3 leaks, either 4 leaks, who knows what that's going to cost. So, okay. Oh, but here's another silver lining. So my sister calls last night when I was already in bed. Does anyone have like a nearly 99-year-old parent when you get a call from a relative at like 11 o'clock their time?
Okay, that's not good.
Panicked.
She made my recipe over black rice and just wanted to tell me how good it was and that Mom wants to try it today.
Why so late?
She stays up late, but I was like, I realized it was like 11 something her time, and I was like, oh my God. Okay, so that was scene and scene and scene. That's good for the music and scene for me this week. So there were some rays of light in the dark, Travis.
I mean, it's
My
a
mom's
small
okay.
Coming out of the dark.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know. We'll see if I've started a new ratpocalypse, or maybe I have let locusts in by leaving the door open because of my puppy's dealt with diarrhea in the middle of the night.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Is the upstairs door closed?
What? Yes. No. Yes.
The barrier method.
No, it's all fine. It's all fine.
Are you sure?
I think we're gonna have indictments soon. It's all gonna be fine.
Do we need to look at the stairs?
You know what I said to
nervously?
the handyman? I said, look, we had the TV on. I'm like, look at Kentucky. People's houses are gone. Their loved ones are gone. In some, it's like we'll get a lock guy, whatever, right? So that's.
Yeah.
Yes, I had puppy diarrhea all over my room,
on the
but my mother's
tile.
okay.
It was on the tile.
Yes, that was the other.
There are silver linings everywhere.
Thank you. If you look, right? What is
Yes.
that? What does our favorite poet laureate say? If with the light, something, the light, help me, Amanda Gorman, help me. If the,
It bends towards the moral arc of
no,
justice.
not that one.
Don't go into the light, Carol Ann.
No, she said there is always light if only we're brave enough to see it. There's
What?
always light if only.
Is that what?
Is that the train coming down the tunnel towards us?
No, I'll find it. Somebody help mommy, Amanda Gorman. There's always light if only we're brave enough to see it. If only we're brave enough to be it. Be the light. That's my point. Be the light.
If only we go into the light.
Stop.
What?
You're trying to get me into that going into Iraq carelessly thing that I also always screw up.
So how do you go into Iraq? How
As
do you get out?
carelessly-
How do you get out of Iraq, Stephanie?
As carefully as you got in carelessly.
Ow.